Welcome to our absolutely beautiful amphitheater here in Alabaster. I am joined with Jamie Cole, our councilman for Ward 5.
Ward 5,
right?
yep.
And also the vice president of the Alabaster Arts Council.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Let's open up with the Arts Council. Tell me a little bit about what it is, what it isn't, so we can get, we need all the facts.
Sure. So the Alabaster Arts Council was formed to generate and to support the arts in our city.
Yeah.
And of course, the cornerstone of that is Alabaster City Fest, which I know we're going to talk about a little later.
Yes.
But we're also in the season right now where we are awarding scholarships to students, to high school students that go to school here in Alabaster that are going to go ahead and do the arts as a career, and also grants to some of our arts programs here in the city. One of the things we're doing, for instance, is supporting the THS Theater program, and they've got a play going this week. And so the Arts Council is more than City Fest, but City Fest is certainly one of the centerpieces of what we do as an organization. It is 501c3. It is all volunteer. So anything that you see happen, including City Fest, from the Arts Council perspective, is an all volunteer event.
It's incredible what it takes and how many people it takes to pull that off, and to know that it's all volunteer. I was not aware of that, so that is really cool.
Yeah, and of course, you know, human resources are one thing, financial resources are another. The Arts Council is funded by the city, the county, the state, and our legislative delegation here in Shelby County helps a lot with that. The city really puts a lot of resources into the Alabaster Arts Council, into what we do throughout the year. You can easily look this up in city council minutes. It's $150,000 of funding every year. But the Arts Council also does a lot of private fundraising. And so along with the city, county, and state, we couldn't do what we do without the support from our businesses here in Shelby County. Our title sponsor is Central State Bank. Another title sponsor is Coca-Cola. Without them, it just wouldn't work.
Well, that is such good information to know. Now, I want to switch topics a little bit here to this beautiful facility behind us, which this has been like just a part of your heart, right?
Yeah, it really is a dream project. And I'll be honest, Nicole, you know, for 2025, we knew we were going to kind of dip our toes in the water of doing events here. I had not expected it to come in under budget and under time. I mean, we had it out of the ground so quickly that we didn't have events ready to go. I mean,
that was magic.
It was really, really cool. And so the first thing that we did here was our Christmas event, our water tower lighting event, back in December of 24. We started looking at what 25 could look like with an eye toward 2026, really programming the venue. But we've wound up having something here every month. THS Drama has used it already, did a show here last month. We've got some, other than June, which is City Fest, which will not be here, by the way.
Right.
We will talk about that again later.
Yes, we will make that clear.
But we're moving our movies in the park here for Parks and Rec.
Oh, how perfect.
The Teen Council will be having their movie events here throughout the summer. iHeart Media is moving its Show Up show to this venue, which will be later in the summer. In the fall, of course, we'll have Alabaster Jubilee here in the Fall Fest here. We'll also, of course, be doing our Christmas show again. We designed this stage, or at least the dimensions of this stage, to be similar or close to the pad at Railroad Park. So that in Birmingham, specifically so that we could have Alabama Symphony Orchestra do their outdoor concerts as sort of a southern hub here. So we'll be doing at least one of those this fall. So there's just a lot happening even before we get into our regular programming in 2026, which will be all of those things plus a concert series is what we're thinking.
Jamie.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
This is huge. I mean, I feel like this is just such a valuable piece for our city to be able to come out here. It's just such a nice atmosphere. We came to the very first Christmas show that we did, and it was just so wonderful to be able to sit on the turf, put your chairs out, and just enjoy. It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, and the other part of that too is, you know, we were out here, you know, kind of scouting our location this morning and saw some people using this little track here to run and walk.
Yes.
it's like a little mini pocket park here, this municipal green, and we want people to use it that way. We also want residents to use the facility, to use the venue. As with everything, when you have something of this size, we have to do a lot of careful planning, a lot of legal stuff, a lot of insurance stuff, a lot of resources that go into staffing it to make sure that everything's safe for citizens to use. We're still working on all of that.
Right.
But eventually we are going to be able to open this up on certain dates for residents, for churches, for schools to use it for their programs. Like I said, THS Drama kind of helped us do a dry run of that a couple of weeks ago, and it worked out great. So in addition to everything that's going to be programmed here, we want people to put on a show here just like we're going to put on shows here.
I love it. So much more to come.
That's right.
From our amphitheater. Just really just making it a community place.
That's right.
I love it. Now, this is where we're going to say
pivot. Yeah, hard pivot.
Because we're going to talk City Fest, which we know everyone in the city in the state probably looks forward to in the summer, but it is not here. Tell us where City Fest is.
Yeah, we're still doing City Fest on the grounds at Thompson High School. Big reason for that is when you have 10, 15, 20,000 people in and out during the day, you know, parking is a concern, logistics are a concern. So that will still be at Thompson High School on the front lawn. We're really excited about this year. I think this is the first year since I've been involved that we've had really legitimately 4 headlining acts. So we're excited about all of those. You may remember we used to do jazz in the park in this area. We lost the founder of that organization during COVID, and so we've tried to bring in some of those jazz artists that used to play in Jazz in the Park to do City Fest. So one of our headliners this year is Eric Essex, who was really a pillar of that Jazz in the Park tour. So he's playing late in the afternoon. Right after him, we try to do some classic rock. So one of my favorites, kind of a dream act for me, is Five for Fighting. Love their music. Piano-driven rock, and that's kind of my thing. And we haven't had a lot of that either at City Fest.
No, we haven't.
So they're going to play Maddie and Tay, who we've had before. But kind of a pop country act that's really kind of different. They played, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was, but they were super young. They've matured as songwriters and performers, and so we're excited to have them back. Parmalee plays at 9 o'clock. They were the most played country act on country radio last year. And so what we're trying to do is get a lot of different genres, a lot of diversity in the music, just to reflect what our community is about. So that is what we try to do every year with City Fest, but this year I think we've succeeded maybe better than we ever have. So super excited.
Can't wait to see. Now, something that I think is important for everyone to know, City Fest is a free event.
That's right.
Right?
Yep. So going back to some of that funding we were talking about earlier, that's how we do that. Support from particularly the city, but also the county and the state. With tourism dollars, and then all of our private sponsors, particularly Central State Bank and Coca-Cola. One thing I want to say about the city is everybody kind of comes together on that weekend with all kinds, it's financial resources, one thing, talked about the human resources.
Right.
I mean, Alabaster Arts Council has all these volunteers making it happen. But man, the city puts a lot of in-kind resources into this, from our administration to our city council that's always very supportive of the arts, to our first responders that are always there. We've got a brand new mobile unit that'll be at City Fest for the first time this year, which is very cool. So there's so much that goes into it. Again, it's like a community all coming together one weekend to put on a big show. And it is still the biggest free festival of its kind in the state. So we draw from all over, and we're expecting a big crowd this year.
It's going to be wonderful. It is a free event, but there's lots of amazing vendors and food and just, the food is one of my favorite parts.
I mean, it's a carnival atmosphere for a day with like a world-class concert at the end of the night. I mean,
could you ask for
it's a great event.
It's awesome. So make sure you put that on your calendar. Tell us when it is again.
June 7th.
June 7th.
So it feels a little later this year, but it's still the first Saturday in June. Always the first Saturday in June.
First Saturday in June. Make plans to attend City Fest at the grounds of Thompson High School, right? At the grounds of Thompson High School. And in the meantime, come out and enjoy and just check out this beautiful amphitheater that the Arts Council has put so much, the city and the Arts Council, you guys have just put so much time and energy into it. I can't wait to see what is to come in the future. So we thank you so much for what you do, Jamie.
Thanks, Nicole. Appreciate it.